The ScanMan Admin training, where you'll learn how to do first-time login and initial setup of users. Go to the URL that's provided to you and type in the administrator password and username that's provided to you. There might be no warehouses set up. That's your default warehouse. Now go to user edit and start setting up users. So type in the username, or click on new first, type in the username, keep it quite simple because they'll need to log in on the scanners with this, and you can use all uppercase or all lowercase, it doesn't matter. They will be working on the scanners. The friendly name is just for your purposes as an administrator, that you can see who the person is compared to the username. It doesn't really matter about uppercase or lowercase. And the description is also just for your purposes. Give them an easy password, not 1234, but something they can type in on the scanner. Click save, and then you will be able to assign permissions. Click through these options. There's their permissions, there's warehouse permissions, and destination warehouses. So their permissions as a user, you don't want to make them admin. That's pretty much only the data administrator. But in the warehouse, they will be have a permission of stores and possibly data capture. We'll come to that later, but best to just choose some permissions and then expand them later on. For the warehouse, this is the warehouse that they will be working on. So we're going to start with raw materials, and destination is the warehouse where they will be sending goods to, which is normally finished goods or production, either of those two, if you have a production warehouse. You can set this up later, so this is just for example. So this just to check again, you can save them, you can edit them, and here this is just a reminder that this is a scanning person. Typical job is going to be scanning, so that's just for you as a reminder. We'll add another person that's typically needed is another person in stores that's typically on a computer, not on a scanner, that is going to be printing out the labels. And so this can be a separate person, or you can keep the same person to do multiple tasks, but typically that's logged in on a computer and you can track who printed the labels out. This person often also has to do inquiries onto stock levels and also answer questions about movements of stock. So once again, you're going to choose the permissions, and they're going to be a data capture because they're going to be able to edit the items created. You can leave them as stores, and you can possibly make them a supervisor or a manager because there are some screens which need a slightly elevated level. The warehouses, you can give them access to raw materials and possibly finished goods if you trust them with looking at that stock. Destination warehouses, they won't be doing any scanning transactions, but you can give them that anyway. They can do it manually on the EC. So don't forget to click Save Warehouses after every save, and then Save Warehouses if you modify the warehouses. I'm going to create another user now. And this is typically an administrative person, not system admin. Let's call that person Joe. That sits in the office normally, and they'd want to make sure that the stock is sent to production or sent to coming into the warehouse. So they're not going to be typically scanning things. They will be creating pick lists to send to production. So let's make them data capture because they might be editing some stuff, the manager, and give them just about everything except data admin. You don't want them kind of deleting data and uploading files. Please click Save Warehouse before you move to the next screen. Always click on Save Warehouse or Save Permissions. You can see the click on the left there. And you might as well give them access to all warehouses so they can acquire the stock levels. So that's it for creating users. And the only other thing really to show is the data admin screen. We'll do upload file later. But data admin is where you can see the create warehouses. So here you can see some technical details about the warehouse. Don't worry about those technical details, but show stock codes shows you the stock codes in the system. You can edit stock codes manually here um, and save them and delete them here. And choose the next warehouse, choose show stock codes, and you can see different warehouse, different stock codes set up in that warehouse. You can once again edit this or delete it. You can also add stock codes. Just click on new. It's not shown in this video, but typically to add and edit stock codes, we use Excel and we upload that file. We'll show you that later.